Hello! Welcome back to Solo in Your 40s.
Living Unscripted.
We are back at it again. I'm Michelle Turner.
I'm Yando.
And it's been a fun time getting this set up.
Yeah. So just to kind of fill everybody in, like we're trying new things with connections, editing, microphones. You're going to notice that we have one microphone today. And so a quick shout out to all the IT folks out there.
If y'all could hit us up, please. We could it's just not our strong suit.
Yeah. So
That's why we got personalities.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We're not behind the scenes people. But what I will say is we're having difficulties connecting two microphones because it's only identifying one microphone.
Yes.
So if anybody out there that is a guru in that stuff,
we would appreciate you so much.
Yes.
As soon as we get merch, you'll be the first one to get free merch.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
Anyways, we are here and happy to be back. The first episode of being back was launched today, which we got another one coming out next week, and then this is our third one we're recording.
Yeah, yeah, it was a funny one.
Oh my gosh.
The one coming out after this is freaking hilarious.
We laughed a lot. It was a good time.
Yeah.
But you know what? Actually, don't know why we're talking about it on this one because you've already watched it.
You like that? You like that? Absolutely. Little mind fuck for you.
Okay, so let's see here. What do we have going on? Weekly update.
Yes. As always, ladies first.
Yeah. So I have noticed a few people rubbernecking lately.
At you?
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, all right. I'm bouncing back a little bit after, my little breakup.
Okay.
So, I think next time I was trying to, I follow so many dating advice people.
Right.
And one of them, she was saying, she's like, if you see someone do that and you'd be interested, hold eye contact for a few minutes.
Sure.
Or not a few minutes, that'd be weird.
Right. Hold on, I got 2 more minutes, motherfucker. Hold on.
Sir.
Hey. I'm talking to you.
Over here.
Eye contact.
Over here.
A few minutes.
A few seconds.
Yes, let's do a few seconds at first. Yeah.
Which what I tend to do is I get nervous and awkward, and I'm like,
Right. Oh.
So they're probably like, oh, she's totally not interested because it looks that way.
Well, sure.
But anyway, so today at work, whenever I was leaving, walking out City Hall, and this guy, he did one of these. I was like, oh.
Damn near
my
broke
awkwardness. I'm like,
damn near broke his neck.
He did, yeah.
Okay.
He was pretty cute too. So.
Did he do a cat call?
Mm-mm.
Just the eyes.
Mm-hmm. Literally just because he was leaving as I was coming down the stairs, so we did one of these, and he goes out the door while I cut because that's the door I go out as well.
Yeah.
And as soon as he got up the stairs, he heard me coming out the door too, and that's when he turned around and did a full heart.
So at some point, you had to make at least 2 seconds of eye contact.
I had my sunglasses on.
Well, that's fine. You didn't do one of these?
Oh, that would be hysterical. Oh my God.
I see you.
No, but so another thing I'm actually going to be bold and try.
Yeah.
So we got to find somewhere that's kind of nice because you got to go somewhere where you're going to have a little bit more of a high value man. It's not going to be Boomer Jacks. Maybe. But.
Okay.
Anyways.
Those loaded fries? Oh.
They're good.
Give your head a shake.
So this girl, she was like, the best thing you can do to hit on a man in situations where it is like, someone sitting at the bar or whatever you might be interested in. You walk up to order you a drink. You don't even talk to them really, but you're standing next to them and be like, of course, make sure they don't have a wedding ring on. First things first.
Or a tan line.
True.
Right, yes.
And then you just, waitress, bartender, what do you want to drink? What would you suggest?
Oh.
And they throw
icebreaker.
Yeah, they throw something out. So old fashioned. Can I get 2 old fashions? Get my 2 old fashions. Slide one his way. Turn around and walk off. She said, guaranteed by the end of the night they will come over and talk to you.
Can I comment on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
What a fucking move that is.
Right?
Somebody does that to me. Like, it's
Uh-huh.
been, let me put it this way. It's been years. Like, there's been times when I was in my 20s, when I was tan and had hair, that,
You still have more hair than most.
right, no, I agree with that.
Well,
but
not most, but some.
there's been times where I would, like, walk into a bar and not be there very long. And all of a sudden, the waitress comes up to me and says, hey, so-and-so just bought you a drink. And I'd kind of, hey, Dad.
Did you ever go talk to her?
Oh, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
I mean, at that point.
But see, I think I like that one even more because you've had a little bit of an interaction of just asking what they even like to drink.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you broke the ice
Yeah.
and you almost mind fucked that dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To the point where he's like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
That's what I would say. I'd be like,
Oh, and she did say, like, when you slide in the drink, be like, hey, thanks for the suggestion. And then, yeah.
wow.
So I'm gonna give that one a go.
Okay.
By next week, I'll have an update. I gotta find. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, no, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's, would 100% work on me.
Yeah.
If I was single.
Right.
Right? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Very nice. Well, that right there is probably one of your most upbeat, exciting weekly updates in a while. I think we had one. It was like, all right, you're up first.
I'm not gonna lie.
I got nothing.
I've been missing my guy.
I know.
But I'm sticking to my guns because he told me he can't give me what I want, so I have to move on. I have to move on.
Well, I get it. No, I get it. I love it. I love every cat, or not cat calling.
Definitely not a cat.
Rubbernecking.
Rubbernecker.
And great ice-breaking advice.
Yeah, so I actually had a rubbernecker a few weeks ago when I went to dinner with Christine and Jennifer.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
It was Thursday night.
Yeah.
Forget what was happening. Anyways, we all grabbed dinner middle of week, and so we're walking into good old On the Border.
Oh yeah, the on the border trip.
It was Kevin's going away night.
Yes, yeah.
So we went and had dinner before we went to his little going away get together. Anyways, we are walking past the bar and we see there's this man sitting at the bar in a camo tank top, jeans, cowboy hat. He's a little bit buff, whatever.
But he had a camo tank top on.
And a cowboy hat.
Right.
Like
I bet J-Lo loved that
And
one.
he also had his sunglasses on inside. So he's sitting there and he's sitting at the bar by himself. Well, we see him, of course, and we're like, who's this guy?
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
Take your sunglasses off. You're inside.
Right. Or change your fucking shirt.
That too.
Okay.
There's a lot of...
Right.
And put all of them together, just terrible.
Right.
So anyways, we have to walk by because we're going to sit out on the patio, so we have to walk by the bar. Well, he catches wind of me, and he literally turns and looking at me as soon as we start to pass behind him.
He did a double look?
Because we walked behind him, so he's like, oh my God.
What the...
Yeah, and then we ended up seeing him at...
the
Ice House.
Yeah.
At Ice House, he walks in, and I'm like...
Oh, Jesus.
Because he's had a few.
Oh, sure.
And I didn't want to have to be rude, but it was
a
big no.
Well, yeah.
So.
Just the whole ensemble itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
Nicest guy in the world, but it's
Maybe.
like, I got a lot...
Or he's very douchey.
All fingers point to that.
Yes.
The douchey part
and
of it.
I will have... I can't date a guy that's going to wear sunglasses inside.
Right. I mean, his
just...
future might be bright, though. That he's got to wear shades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I just...
Like,
anyways.
Well...
That's been what I've been getting lately. But the one today, he went bad. He had said something, but I made it awkward, so.
Was it the first time you ever seen the guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and since it's at City Hall, you never know if they work there or if they're just doing a stop by.
Paying a traffic ticket or something, or who knows?
Right.
Right. I freaking love it.
So.
I love it.
Anyways, how about you?
Well, let's see. Me, the week hasn't been very, exciting.
Okay.
I can reflect on Saturday, how much fun we all had on Saturday.
Oh, I missed it.
At the pool thing. Oh yeah, you did miss it.
Yeah.
Had a really good crowd. You know, Rich obviously knocked out of the park with. I can't even remember. Oh, he made fajitas, which was.
Oh, I did actually have another update from Saturday. I'm sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
You can go ahead.
It just literally popped in my head. So, because I forgot, I went out Saturday night. That's why I didn't get to go to the thing.
Oh yeah, you went to
we went to
Pete's.
Yes, Pete's Piano Bar.
Yes.
So we go there. Well, we first meet at my friend Kenzie's house, and I didn't realize she had met because she's on the dating apps, and she stays pretty good on there. Well, she met a guy, and then Chandler brought her boyfriend. Well, then the guy she met on the app brought a friend.
Oh.
And of course, Kenzie tells me nothing.
Of course.
She's just like...
You just walk into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So he shows up. I'm like, oh, okay. He really wasn't bad.
Okay.
He wasn't bad looking.
I mean, I've met Kenzie before. She's cool.
Oh, she's
cool.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
oh
she's
my gosh,
cool.
I love her. But yeah, so he comes and nice guy. He bought me a drink. We chatted for a little bit, but not really, and I don't think either one of us was really feeling it.
Right.
But then it
escalates, obviously.
Well, we're about to leave to go back because by this time, so we left Pete's Piano Bar and went next door to the library.
Oh.
Taking it back.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. Went to the library.
The stories at that place.
Quite a few cocktails there. It was filling up. We had a lot to drink at that point. DJ was great. All the dance moves. And so we're leaving and he was like, hey, I'm just going to head out. I just met some girls. I'm going to go with them. But it looked like he was all the way up. So I'm like, I don't know what he took.
Oh, yeah.
So the radar was spot on.
I don't know what the kids are taking these days, but
Adderall.
Drop some Molly.
No, I don't think it wasn't that. He was just all the way up.
Okay.
So he's like, I'm
yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Met these girls.
Yeah, dropping him Adderall, yeah.
Oh, man. So.
Well, I mean,
anyway.
At least he found his happiness.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
He was a nice guy.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love it.
Sorry, I just completely forgot about that.
Hey, listen, that's what weekly updates, you don't have to know it all. Things pop into your head. I completely get it.
Oh, okay, so y'all did the pool day.
Pool day was so much fun. Ended up having just a big crowd, the normal, Alley Cats crowd.
Usual suspects.
We had, Rusty and Renee showed up, and we had, C-Dub.
Richard was in town.
I'm
so sad. I love Richard. He's so nice.
He is,
He's so fun.
He is. Richard, every time I see Richard, you talk about a good time.
Yeah.
He's a great dude. Love that guy.
Great dude.
Didn't even know he was going to be there.
Oh, you didn't? Jen told me.
I rolled up and I was like, whose freaking SUV is this in the driveway? And I walk out, he's chilling in the pool, and I'm like, you motherfucker.
Nice.
Like, what are you doing here? And then right when I walked out and saw him, I'm like, oh, it's going to be a long one.
It's going to be a big one.
It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a long night.
He's like me. We love that tequila.
Oh, Jesus. With all that salt. But yeah, it was, I brought my friend. We're going to refer to her as C-Dub.
Oh, okay.
And this is the girl that I'm talking to.
Yes.
Now, and every time we're together, it's just freaking awesome. Right, so I knew that was our first time at Alley Cats.
Yeah.
So I knew.
It's gonna be a time.
I said, "Hey, we're having a pool day at my buddy's house. You want to come over?" Now, I didn't know if there was going to be 6 people there, or there was going to end up being 10 people there. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
And there was, I think, I don't know. And by the end of the night,
didn't Claire come too?
Yes. By the end of the night, I felt like there was like 20 people in the damn bar. There wasn't.
Yeah.
But,
well, we all have big personalities.
Right. Exactly. So we had just such a blast, and that's been on my mind since then.
I can't wait to meet her.
Oh, I mean, she met Jennifer.
Yeah.
And I did say, hey, by the way, Michelle, this is her sister.
Yes.
Yeah, or that's her sister. So yeah,
I love it.
That's probably why I've had a huge smile on my face all week,
for
just
sure.
because of that fun time. And so yeah, that I mean, literally the only thing I could think of on a weekly update was that day, and it wasn't even this week. Work's fantastic.
Work's
so,
work.
Work's work, and I don't even know what else. Like, I'm trying to think of like anything else that possibly would. Today was fun because talking about going out of town for for 4th of July. It's
impromptu Mexico vacation.
It's
with C-Dub,
and that's something that like
I love
that.
that.
I love that stuff.
Yes, we're both like that.
Right.
If off the whim someone's like, "You want to take this little mini vacay?"
Yes.
I'm on my way.
Yes.
Bags are being packed.
Right.
Let's
like,
go.
when are we leaving? In 6 hours. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Which,
you know what I really, 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 really want to do within the next year, at a time that works for our schedules, I want to just go up to the airport.
Yeah.
And say, what is your cheapest flight?
Okay.
And to what town? We're going to go there and fucking wing it.
So, it's funny you say that because I keep seeing this thing on Instagram.
Oh, yeah?
And it's you can tell it's kind of like an ad geared towards this thing.
Uh-huh.
So, and I've seen several different couples do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if it's like you subscribe to this thing or whatever it is, but obviously you have to buy this package, right?
Oh, see, we can do it for free.
And you show up. Well, you can't fly for free.
Well, no.
So, but the same concept is they show up to the airport, they take out the envelope, and they say, "Oh, let's see where we're going."
Yeah.
And they open it up. It's like, "Oh, we're going to Costa Rica."
But see, here's the thing with that. You can, because we somewhat need to budget it because flights are very expensive.
It is expensive, but it's already paid. Like, so like depending on what level you do is like, let's say you pay for like whatever level is. If you say, let's say I do international or I do all domestic, right? You'll
so it are your tickets and everything already in there.
But you just don't know where you're going.
So
you open up the envelope and it's 2 tickets and it's like, oh, okay, we're going to so and so.
Sold.
Like, let's go.
Let's do next March around our birthdays.
Okay. And just not
sold.
Now, if we go to like fucking Kansas, I'm gonna be like,
we can have a great time anywhere.
Well, sure, we can go to
Are you
Topeka.
kidding me?
We can go to Topeka.
No, that's the whole point of it.
Right.
Though. The adventure that you create in figuring it all out.
Right. That's the unknowing part of it.
And America does have a lot of amazing, beautiful places.
That we've never tapped into.
So what we need to first look at is reviews in places they're choosing.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, also, if we even did the other one where we just go and get the cheapest flight somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
It could be middle of nowhere somewhere.
It's fine. It's exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I love that.
We can make a great time out of anywhere we go. But anyways, I think we should totally do that.
I agree. And to your point, like literally, like it was today, like, think about going to Mexico. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
When do you want to leave? Wednesday? All right, let's go. You know what I mean? It's like, I
love
like,
that.
I'm in a situation in life where.
And you know what?
I can do it.
If you can travel with someone, it's really good. Because when you travel with someone, it can make or break friendships, relationships.
It has.
Yeah.
I mean, several times I've heard friends of mine that are in the group saying, I will never travel with that person again.
Yeah.
And that's why I love traveling with y'all, because it's like
so easy.
Cabo was amazing.
Amazing.
Costa Rica was amazing.
Amazing.
I mean, I remember when me, Rich, and Christine and my ex went to Mexico, and it was just like...
It was during COVID.
It was during COVID. Where you actually had to step on... You had to wash your hands, but before you walked into any type of indoor building, you had to step on a wet mat with your feet and sanitize your feet. Interesting. Right. Okay. And I was like, hey, listen, I don't hate it.
I love it.
I mean, I know Rich loved it.
Yeah.
If he had his choice, he would just sanitize his whole body.
Oh my! That man and his hands. Every few seconds, it's squirting in his hands.
Okay.
So.
I will say that was a pretty entertaining weekly update.
I can't wait to hear your stories coming back from your little rendezvous in Mexico.
See. I mean, it's in fruition at the moment, and so we have to. Okay. If it's a, I know her, I know me. If we want to do it, we're gonna do it.
Exactly.
So we'll see.
Well, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, let me see that phone.
Okay.
So, I mean, I always go, I mean, so what I've done on my social media, because
Here's the
social
first
media
one.
is not always the best for me. And so, really, what I follow, like, I, of course, follow some of my friends, but any negativity, unfollow. So, I have literally dating advice, um, gurus on meditations and yoga and making your life better, anything like that.
So anything, yeah, basically anything to improve your life.
Yes, and
Okay.
lots of dating ones. And
Okay.
so I came across this girl. She, her page is stories of exes and dating apps and things that happen. Kind of like our Reddit on Reddit, but a little bit different.
Sure. This is on Instagram?
Yeah, on
okay.
Instagram.
Okay.
So she posts this about one of her exes and whatnot. So sometimes I randomly think about the time a girl posted in this girls only Facebook group I'm in, telling everyone how she broke up with her boyfriend. And he lied saying that he lost the spare key she gave him, only to then break into her apartment when she wasn't home and steal the cat.
Stole her fucking cat? Okay.
But then he denied having done this, and she didn't really have proof that he took the cat since he didn't let her come into his place and look for it. So she tried to go look for the cat, and he's like, no. And then another girl saw this post and knew her ex-boyfriend, and she was like, girl, I used to hook up with him back in X days or whatever.
Right.
And I still have his number. If you want, I'll hit him up and get him to invite me back to his place and see if your cat's there. So the original poster was like, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
1,000% on that one.
So this woman hit up homie, asked him out for drinks, went home with him, slept with him, and then woke up in the middle of the night and took the cat.
Yes!
Like, she had only said she would confirm if the cat was there, but then she took it upon herself to steal this woman's cat back. Like, she full-on Trojan horse this man. And then hit up homegirl like, I got the goods, where you want to meet. And then the two of them posted a photo of them together with the cat in the group. I love
that. Is absolutely fantastic.
Female power is everything, especially in today's world where these men try and take and take and take and take. I love when we can team together and fucking take it back.
Sure. I mean, I'm not in that group of takers. But
no, of course
I'm
not.
a giver.
No.
Well, that is...
I was just looking at you because I was talking to
sure,
you.
of course.
Not because you are.
No. Did I take offense to that?
I hope not.
No, I'm kidding. I was just teasing. But that is awesome. That is like but you know what? Good for her for, you know what? I'm gonna get mine in. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna steal the fucking cat back.
Well, but here's the thing: you almost have to take one for the team.
She did.
Get that D.
Obviously, she didn't mind.
Because you need him to pass out. Hmm. So you do just enough to make him pass out,
or build that level of trust.
That too. That's
sure.
the Trojan horse.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You build your way in there.
Yep.
And you take the cat.
You're like, is that motherfucker sleeping?
Oh my God.
I'm out.
And
then as they leave, meow.
Yeah.
I'm out, bitch.
Well, because there is an actual Facebook group, which I'm wondering if this is the group this girl's talking about. It's called "Are We Dating the Same Guy" or something like that. I get out of it that a lot of those women are very toxic because it turns into just bashing men, and it's like, no, that's not what we're here for. We're here to protect ourselves from dating abusers and cheaters and things like that.
It's like the freaking website that somebody put me on. That's for women only. This guy's a good guy or something guys you should date or something.
That one confirms who you should date.
Right.
It's your friend's
Same
vouching,
concept, yeah.
but opposite.
Positive versus negative.
Right, yes. So
yeah.
it was very, anyways.
Yeah.
Jen loves it. Jen loves that drama on Facebook, so.
Well, sure.
But yeah, anyways, I thought it was fantastic.
I'm so glad that cat got home, though.
Right.
God.
Yes.
Poor thing never probably even got fed.
So we'll move on to our Reddit on Reddit.
Okay.
And the next bit that I was going to tell you about, we'll do last.
And you haven't read these Reddits yet, have you?
No, I have not read these. Okay. Reddit on Reddit. So I met a guy on Hinge. He was very interested in meeting after light chatting for a few weeks, but didn't want to do so at a bar or a restaurant. Instead, he wanted to meet in a park. Okay. I mean, it's not honestly. If someone asked me on a hiking date, I love to hike.
During the day.
Well, definitely during the day. It was a park at night.
I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
She didn't specify if it was
True.
AM or PM.
True. Anyway, so I went and he seemed fine. Said he had just moved to the city and was crashing with his cousin. After our meeting, he continued to message me, call me pet names, say he knew we were meant to be, and convinced me to let him come over. Against my better judgment, I did, and was creeped out by how overly familiar he was. Like acting like he was already dating me. He also commented on my wine collection saying, "Oh my god, we'll have to drink my nicest bottle on our anniversary." Oh, bro.
Oh, Jesus.
After a while of him trying to cuddle me, I politely asked him to leave. Yeah, you gotta go. Afterward, he sent me overtly sexual messages, and I asked him to stop contacting me, at which point he lashed out, called me names, and commented on my weight. I blocked him. A couple weeks later, I logged into the app, and he came up as I was swiping, claiming her neighborhood as where he lived. And after posting a pic of the view from her balcony.
On his dating profile?
Yes. I reported everything to Hinge, and they very quickly took care of it as he violated the user agreement with the name calling. Bro. That reminds me. So
God.
I once, in the better judgment, I've had better judgment. Whenever I met that guy out one night, whenever I was out with Jennifer and Israel, met this very, very handsome man.
Okay.
He was probably 6'3" on a good day.
Oh.
Oh, he was so gorgeous. And he was fun. Like, we had the best time. But mind you, when I met him, I was very tipsy. So I could not read a single red flag if it was thrown on the court.
Are you kidding me? Come on.
So anyways, we talked, all week or whatever. And he was like, well, I really want to see you again. And so we had planned a date. Well, the night of the date, it is pouring torrential downpours outside, like the worst rain ever.
Okay.
And so I was like, how about you just come to my place?
Yeah.
Honestly. And I will tell you, I did set it up, and I was like, but I'm not sleeping with you.
Okay.
I did set that up.
Okay.
So I invite him over.
Okay. Continue.
And we end up having the best time. Like, I made a charcuterie board. He brought over some wine. We listened to music and talked like literally for 4 hours. I
love that.
We hit it off.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my God.
Did I find my fucking dude?
Holy shit. Is this how this happens? Like,
yes.
Anyways.
Randomly, yes.
Anyways, so we then proceed to make out.
Okay.
It's a heavy petting.
Heavy petting.
Heavy petting. And then in my mind, I'm like, no. Because I have made the pact with myself.
Good for you.
We're not sleeping with anyone on the first date. Like, I genuinely am looking for someone to be in a relationship with.
I totally get it.
So anyways, I stop it or whatever. Jekyll and Hyde. So what I take this up as is my gut intuition deep down was like, pause. Which is why halfway through, because honestly, I would have slept with him.
What? I mean, I get it.
We literally hit it off so well.
Right.
I'm like, okay.
It's human nature.
But something literally paused me to the point I didn't even want to keep kissing him. You
had to.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay. So I paused it. I'm like, look, I'm really into you. So don't think I'm rejecting you. Like, I really am into you. I was like, I don't want to sleep with you the first date.
Right. I'll see you tomorrow.
He sits up, edge of the couch. He's like, don't make it fucking weird. like crazy. And I'm like, oh shit. Uh-oh. Mind you, he's 6'3". I am
on a good day.
I am all but 5'5". Luckily, I had sold the house and was moving out in 2 weeks.
The old house?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So, even if he wanted to come and try and find me today, he couldn't find me.
No.
But he went so sideways, so my brain instantly is like, oh my God, is he going to hurt my dog? So, I'm like, okay. I was like, I apologize. And normally when someone...
Red?
Yeah, no, Red was already gone. It was Winston.
Sorry.
It's okay. I had all this stuff packed up. Well, my kitchen, I was in the midst of packing it up, and all I can remember is all my butcher knives sitting out.
Oh, fuck.
I'm like, oh, it's a murder scene. I'm going to be fucking murdered. And so, you know me. Like, if someone comes at me sideways, I'm going to come right back at you.
For sure.
But I swear
I do remember this. God
was like, shut up.
Don't say a word.
Shut up.
Right.
So, he almost reminded me a lot of Voldemort.
Yeah.
And how he talked to me sometimes.
Sure.
Where you
and
just know.
you.
Yeah. Freaked me out. And so he's like demeaning me, telling me I'm a piece of shit. I'm a slut for leading him on, which technically I'm like, how am I a slut?
Can you be
I
a
didn't
slut
sleep with you? Anyways, told me how stupid I was. Like, you name it, he threw it at me. And so I'm like, you know what? You're right. Yes.
Yes, I agree.
I am always...
I think it's best. I'm not good for you.
I'm not good enough.
You should leave.
Yeah. And so he was so he gets up and goes into the bathroom. I'm like, okay. All right. So, Winston, let's go potty. Shove Winston in the backyard. Shut it. Go and get my gun and put it nearby where he couldn't see it.
Sure.
And so... he comes out of the bathroom and he's just telling me again, I can't believe you'd have me come over here and this and that. And like, just almost talking to himself, I feel like. I don't even know. I don't know who he was talking to, but at this point he's just rambling.
Right.
And being crazy.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, yep, you're right. Yep. And he's putting his shoes on all pissed.
Damn, angry shoe. Yeah,
goes out the door and slams my front door. I lock that bitch so quick, go to the backyard, pull Winston in, shut that, lock it, and his entire way home, he is texting me just lists of how shitty of a human I was, how disgusting I am, like you name it. I was like, okay.
You know.
Cool.
It's dudes like that, right? Like, do you meet him on a dating app?
No, I met him serendipitously.
I like the word.
Downtown Grapevine.
Oh, I remember this. Oh, he was a chef or something?
Yeah, he had his own business.
Yeah. Yes, I remember
He had the food truck.
Yes.
Yes, and we were walking by and I saw him and I was just like, hello.
You made eye contact for 2 minutes.
His food was fantastic.
Right.
And I just like, okay. So, anyways, oh my God.
Listen,
so never again will I invite someone over to my house if I don't actually know them.
I mean...
Next time I'm going out in the rain. But that reminds me, because she invites this guy over and look, now he's posting pictures acting like they live together.
I mean, let me just say this, and I can only speak for myself, obviously, but I could never, ever, and not talking about this guy.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the guy, that guy is just that guy is in
Psycho.
jail. He's in jail.
Psycho.
The guy that posted the pictures and was doing that immediate, I love you shit, like, I don't even know if I could try to bring myself to that level of crazy.
No.
Like,
it's not rational.
It's not rational. Like, I've been accused of being not emotional.
No, that's not true either.
Now, here's my point. If I'm dating somebody and they say, you're just not emotional, or you're not this and you're not that, and you don't, it probably means I'm not 100%
I'm actually not into you.
Right? If I'm into somebody, they know it.
Yeah.
Right?
You're keeping your feelings guarded.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah. I mean, I've always been that way.
Yeah. I feel that.
Like, it's like, sometimes, though, it's to a fault with me.
Yeah.
To where it's...
Same.
To where it's, when I find the one, and let me tell you, like, the one does not come around. The one comes around every 10 years, 20 years. For me, it does, right? Like there's times where, like, if I meet a girl that I know it's right, it's been 20 plus years since I felt that way.
Yeah.
Right? Or it's been 10 years since I felt that way. But I always know it. And I like, okay, like, dude, be your fucking self.
That's it. Because if you start freaking out.
Because I'm telling you, when I'm myself and I'm with somebody, that's when it works, right? Yeah. But a lot of time, that's why I'm still single, right? Like, there's only been a select few in my life where it's been like, well, I felt I could tell myself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could spend my I could spend
this
my
one life. Will take me off the market quickly.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You know, like it current status, but I'm saying, like, it's sometimes it's scary.
It was 1,000% scary because you know what it's going to feel like
when it doesn't.
If it doesn't work out.
If it doesn't.
If it
not
doesn't
when.
Work, I know.
If yeah.
I know.
Yeah. If it doesn't work, but what I'm a firm believer in is, as you spend more time with each other, that's when your real personalities come in to play.
That's true.
That's when you really start to get comfortable and you don't have to constantly be on point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
That was a tangent.
No. I mean, this is what we're here for. This is our therapy.
This is our therapy. Okay. Yeah.
Work through our shit and then we can laugh at other people's shit.
Scene.
Okay. Second story, Reddit on Reddit. I matched with this one guy on Tinder. Oh, here's Tinder again. Oh,
fuck. Get off Tinder.
Crutches last week on Tinder was still my favorite.
These fucking people.
So he seemed super sweet. According to his bio, he was an accountant in downtown New York. We talked for a week, and he asked me if I wanted to go out for dinner that Saturday. I said, sure, why not?
So far, so good.
Yeah, I love that. So we're going to a nice Italian place, but he was wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt when he picked me up. Okay.
So he picked her up in New York City in a car?
You know the same amount of information as I do.
I know. No, this is what I'm like. Right. Okay. So if you're
because New York,
if you're living in New York City, you don't. Right. It's public transit.
And he's an accountant downtown, so he's got to make a decent amount, but it's very expensive to live there. So, anyways, all right. So I just shrugged it off, even though it was a little strange. We get there, and as I'm heading for the front door, he tells me to come here. I was confused, but I followed him anyways. He tells me that dinner was served while pointing to a dumpster. To make matters worse, he took out an old takeout container of pasta and started eating it. I was so disgusted and shocked. But
so he was homeless?
I don't know.
He ate.
Let me finish the story.
Okay. Sorry.
I was so disgusted and shocked, but I had no ride, so I said that I had to use the bathroom. I told the restaurant about the guy and asked if they could call me an Uber. Worst date of my life.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Homeless.
I don't.
He took a container.
My brain can't even fathom it.
Well, I'm trying to wrap my shit around it right now. He took a container of pasta out of a dumpster while wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt.
He probably was. Yeah, he's homeless.
Right?
Has to be.
Listen.
He's definitely not an accountant downtown New York. Well, oh my God. Bless your soul.
In what universe do you show up to a first date at a restaurant? Listen, if your first date is hiking, if your first date is going bowling, if your first date is Top Golf, listen, I'm wearing khakis and a t-shirt. That's fine. You're going to a restaurant in New York City and you're wearing sweatpants and a fucking t-shirt?
Wow.
And you're eating pasta out of a dumpster. Out of a dumpster.
What the fuck?
AMR.
Delilah.
Oh, that guy brought my mind to whole new levels.
Right,
I'm
yeah.
like, what?
I didn't even know that would even be a thing.
I don't know. We'll have to Google that one.
New fear unlocked. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3. This one actually new dating website. I met a guy on Bumble.
Okay.
Which I've tried Bumble before. It was okay.
I mean, it's not terrible.
No, I just hate making the first move, so.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, like, the Tinder ones are fucking hilarious.
Hilarious. Okay, so let's see Bumble. So, met a guy on Bumble and set a date to meet him on Saturday. He proceeded to ask me to send him a photo without makeup. Okay. Okay. So I stopped.
Kind of rude.
I stopped talking to him after more weird stuff like him telling me he is a nice guy. This was Wednesday. He texted me on Friday and I didn't reply.
Okay.
A few hours later, he found all of my social media, including my personal Facebook, and left me abusive messages for ghosting him, calling me a cunt, amongst other wonderful things. I blocked him and was genuinely scared. I saw him on Bumble a few years ago and tried reporting him, but to no avail. I am off dating apps now, but I am sure this guy is still on them, claiming he is a nice guy and abusing women. Creep. So, the whole send him a photo without makeup.
Red flag.
Yeah, that is a bit weird.
Right. I mean,
but
that's
at the same time,
ask.
if he's been devil's advocate.
Okay.
Have you seen any of the makeup tutorials that some of these women do on Instagram?
I saw a girl one time.
No teeth.
That's the girl that I saw.
Know. I knew what you were gonna say.
She looked literally like she stepped out of a meth clinic.
And afterwards,
and she went like this,
Victoria's Secret model.
And I'm like, okay.
It can't be the same human.
It is.
I
because
know.
she put in new teeth.
I know, Yando. What in the world? So I was almost.
Can you imagine waking up next to her? Hold the fuck up. What just happened?
It is insane.
I'm sorry.
Insane.
Are you Janet's sister? Are you Janet's sister? Sing.
I
don't even know.
It blows my mind. So anyway, so devil's advocate, if he had been catfished before, but you gotta proceed, like you have, look, I've been catfished before by women. So can you please send me a photo of you naturally? That is how you ask that question.
Here's what.
But this guy straight up, he was going to use that photo to really go in on her.
Well, sure. Or blast it all over whatever and say, look at this ugly person, which is so bad.
Oh, my God.
Like, here was like a number one thing that I always told myself. And I never really did it because, honestly, on the dating websites, I never really went out with people.
Well, so many just don't even show.
Right. But... so I was talking to a colleague of mine, a colleague that might sound familiar from the last podcast. Mm-hmm. And I told her, I said, anytime you meet somebody and you feel like it's going somewhere, always suggest, hey, can we do a video call? Yeah. Just to say hi.
Yeah.
Just to, and if they come back with you and say, my camera's broken, out.
Right, 1,000%. Not him.
My phone doesn't video. Out.
Yep.
Basically, anytime they say no, there is 27 different ways to video on your phone.
Right.
Right. All I'm saying is, I just want to say hi.
Yeah.
Is that not fair?
I think that's completely fair.
Right. I mean.
So, funny story. We'll save this other one for next time. So, one of my other dating thing. I met this guy on a dating app. I don't even remember which one at the time. It was whenever I was in the house. And we talked, like, we matched or whatever. He was cute, obviously. So we match and we're chatting and he's like, hey, is it okay if I just call you? Ding, ding, ding.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Come on.
Absolutely. So
give me a shout, buddy.
We end up talking on the phone for like hours.
Okay.
So fun, like just we really hit it off.
Right.
And so he's like, I'm really worried. He's like, you're pretty great. Can we FaceTime? Yes!
Let's go!
Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So we FaceTime and everything. We
Okay.
ended up, I think we FaceTimed probably at least 2 hours before we even went on a date.
Love it.
So I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And at that time, it's whenever I was doing the 75 hard.
Oh, yeah.
So I wasn't drinking.
Right.
I was working out religiously. Eating
Your
really
headspace is good.
It was very, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, this is fantastic. And I had been telling him about all of this. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, yeah. He goes, he lives over in Dallas. And he's like, he lives over by White Rock Lake.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
He's like, yeah. He goes, almost every morning I'm up running around the lake, this, and that. I'm like, oh, I love it. I'm going to have someone to work out with.
Yeah.
This is going to be amazing. Great. So we scheduled our first date.
Oh, I remember this guy.
I get there, and he was in the apartment complex that has like a brewery, restaurant, everything like
on the bottom level.
Yeah. And so I pull up and everything, and I park, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to run up real quick?" Forget whatever reason. He's like, "Come up to my place, and then we'll go to the brewery." I'm like, sure. "Yeah, okay, sure." So he comes and meets me at the stairs. He was on the 3rd level, so we got to go up 3 flights of stairs. And I knew immediately I'd been catfished.
Well, sure.
Well, he was good with angles.
Oh.
Yeah, because I saw him on the phone. He sent me photos of him in the gym, which was probably him 6 months prior. It was also during COVID.
Right.
So he probably had lost that weight and didn't realize how much of it he had probably gained back. Mm-hmm. But he was not running around Rock Lake. By the time we got to the 2nd floor, he's huffing and puffing.
Oh, so he met you at the door.
Yeah.
Oh.
To let me in
sure.
Because it was like one of those buildings or whatever.
I remember this guy.
Get up to the 3rd floor of him
sweating profusely.
Oh yeah. Oh, he was struggling,
yeah.
Man. And I'm like, oh, okay. Got catfished. Anyways, so we go into his apartment. It is so incredibly filthy. When I tell you there wasn't a spot you could see on a counter, and he was a rep for some alcohol company.
Okay.
So he was like, he was showing me his bar cart that was full with all these bottles of alcohol, you know. Dust about that thick on top of them. I mean, just filthy. So I'm like, I need to regroup. Like, this is taking in a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you need to reevaluate the situation real quick.
And I get anxiety with that much. There was a lot. There was stuff everywhere. It was so filthy. So I'm like, can I use your restroom? Also, ladies, if you ever need to see how clean a guy is, check out that restroom.
Come to my toilets.
Yeah, he's good.
Shout out to my cleanliness.
Yeah, he's got it made. So anyways, go in the bathroom. There is black stuff growing in the corner of everything. The toilet is so foul. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be able to pee here. So I pretended like I peed. And so I just turned on I flushed the toilet. I stood there for a minute.
Sure. Now what?
Okay, flush the toilet. I'm not.
1002, 1003.
I'm not. Pretend to wash my hands, so I turn it on. There's no soap, no towels, or anything in there. So I'm like, hey, do you have any soap for my hands? And he was like, oh, I just ran out.
Did you?
So you're telling me you don't even wash your hands after you pee, sir?
Did you just run out, buddy?
So he has, the Power Wash Dawn spray thing?
Yes.
He's like, here, and spray some of that in my hand. I'm like, you're not doing this after you pee, sir. So.
There's no way.
There's no way he's doing that every time. Because that stuff's expensive.
It's just like $12 a bottle.
So I'm like, okay. And so he's like, all right. He's like, are you ready to go? I'm like, honestly, and at this time, because I was doing all of my self-reflection and really working on myself, and I wasn't going to be anywhere I didn't want to be.
Right.
I was like, honestly, this isn't going to work out.
Bless your heart.
And he was like, wait, what? I said, you're cool and all. I said, but this apartment is a lot. And
It's a nice way to put it.
Well, I said, I'm sorry. I said, it just is making me think that I'm going to have to take care of you, and I don't want to do that. And he honestly, he was like, okay. He goes, but my maid just hasn't been here this week. I'm not. I said,
he did not.
Sir.
He did not say that.
You don't have a maid. Because if you have a maid and she just hasn't been here this week, black stuff isn't growing. Dust isn't this thick.
My maid wasn't here this week?
And, I mean, I wasn't going to go as far as to tell him, you're also 300 pounds. Sir. I didn't do that one. But
that's a lot of flags.
So he was like, can I walk you to your car? I was like, you don't need to. It's
but let me tell you, buddy.
I'll be there.
I don't need to be in the ER tonight. You got to come down 3 flights, buddy.
So my thing is, fellas listening, even girls listening, when you're on dating apps, the whole point is to meet.
Yes.
When you meet in person, it is what it is. So just be 1,000% yourself. They love it or hate it. Who cares? Like, oh.
I don't care what you look like.
It was a huffing and puffing for me. That
I really don't care what you look like.
Mm-hmm.
If you are serious about the dating stuff,
yeah,
there is somebody for you.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, sadly, I do really actually feel like he was very serious about it. And he even told me, he was like, he goes, I mean, not to my own horn. He's like, you're pretty great. I think so too.
You're Michelle Turner.
But it's like, why is it so hard to find someone to also be great?
You can edit that last name out if you want to. I said Turner.
They know my last name.
Oh, they do? Come on.
The whiskey's kicking in.
Sorry, we've been drinking a lot of whiskey trying to get this damn thing set up.
So that's probably our clue that we're wrapping it up.
Yeah, no, but...
it's just...
so that story, and I'm going to tell this on the next one.
Yep.
That story, not this time, but on the next one. The experience that I got when I went to on a date that lived in an apartment above residential stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tune in next week for that one because I left that one thinking, what in the actual fuck just happened?
I love it. Love it.
Read it on Yando.
Yeah. Read it on Yando.
Yes.
Now we can sprinkle in some of our nightmares with the Reddit
of course.
Reddit, because the Reddit on Reddits are so funny.
It absolutely hysterical.
Crutchin' and Crutchin'. Or wait, what was it? Crushin' and Crutchin'.
Crushin' and Crutchin'.
And Crushin'.
Crushin' and Crutchin'.
We were a little tipsy last time.
A little bit. It was fantastic.
Oh, so good. Yeah. Anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yep, I think that's the thing.
I think that's all of them. Thank you as always.
I'm glad that we're back.
Yes.
We will keep doing this every week. I love it, by the way. It's fantastic. It's therapeutic.
I'm having a good time in life.
We always have good times.
Having a good time in life.
But thank you all. Cheers.
Cheers.